Hey everybody, Brian from Khaki Shorts here. About 8 months ago I did a video about 5 things that we were worried about when we retired here to Thailand. Well, we've been here for 7 months, so let's go back and revisit that video and see what we needed to be worried about and what we didn't.
This is Khaki Shorts, where we cover travel, food, and just utter nonsense.
So about 8 months ago I made a video about the 5 things that we were worried about moving here to Thailand. Well, we've been here for 7 months, so let's kind of go over those 5 things and see what we needed to be worried about and what we really didn't need to be worried about. So here's number 1.
First thing on our list is language. Our primary language is English, although I speak passable Spanish and Sarah is fluent in Cantonese and can speak some French, Mandarin, and Vietnamese. Neither of us are anywhere close to fluent in Thai. Luckily, we're moving to Phuket, which is a big tourist destination, so we're hoping that more people know some English since at least a portion of their tourist and expat base is from Australia and the UK.
So language has not been the issue we thought it was going to be. Luckily, being here in Phuket, it's kind of a touristy area, so there's actually a lot of people that speak at least, partial English, enough for us to get by. We've been working on our Thai quite a bit using an app called Drops, which is a free app, and you get like 5 minutes a day to work on it. And then just talking to the housekeepers here where we're living, and just we have a contractor that we're using here who's Thai. So that's kind of been helpful in like learning stuff just as we go along and trying to practice it when we go out to eat and things. So language really hasn't been a big issue.
The second thing we're concerned about is scams. From taxi and tuk-tuk drivers who want to drive you by their second cousin's jewelry or souvenir store, where there are great deals, to police who want to just fine you for some imaginary infraction and then pocket the money, we're just a little concerned.
So we've been very lucky. We have not run into any big scams. We have had friends of ours who've gone to restaurants and they get an English menu and they get the Farang price, which is a lot more than the regular local price because the local menu is in Thai. But other than that, I mean, taxis haven't really had an issue. Been using InDriver a lot and it's okay with that. So scams, so far, we're good.
Transportation. Sarah and I have gotten around places such as Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Singapore, but all those places had great public transportation. The public transportation situation in Phuket is not great. The taxi mafia will overcharge you in a heartbeat, and we'll have to learn our way around using ride-sharing services such as Grab, Bolt, and InDriver. The bus situation is more like a Song Few, which are pickup trucks or larger trucks that have had seats installed in the back. They have buses that run near our condo through the Shillong traffic circle, but we're not 100% sure where they'll pick you up and if you can even flag them down. I guess we'll have to learn on the fly.
Transportation. We've actually used the Song Tao a few times now. It took us a little while to figure out exactly where to pick it up here in Chalong where we live, but there is a couple of places we found that it's easier for them to pull over and we can flag them down, go to Phuket Town. We've gone over to Kata and Karon. I actually did a video about how to use the Song Tao. You can find that at the end of this video. Using Grab, Bolt, and InDriver, we've used InDriver the most because you can bid on your rides, and that seems to be the cheapest. Bolt we have used a few times, which comes out sometimes a little cheaper than InDriver, just depends. Grab we use for food deliveries, but we have not used for getting around transportation. So transportation is a bit of an issue. We don't have a scooter or a car, but we're going back to the States in April, and when we get back in May, we are going to buy a scooter and a car. So hopefully that will solve some of our transportation issues.
Number 4, intestinal issues. We've been warned by other expats to either use a bottle delivery service for your cooking and drinking water, or to make sure it's boiled and then filtered. I'm not as concerned about water as I am about vegetables, lettuce, and the like that haven't been properly washed or cleaned. We've also heard that the concept of proper refrigeration of meats and perishable items might not be up to other countries' standards. Most expats say they have intestinal problems at least a couple of times a year, and it just kind of comes with the territory.
So intestinal issues, Sarah and I have both had a little trouble with this. I don't think it's from the water. I think it's from things we've eaten, maybe, that weren't 100% clean, or just things that we weren't used to that kind of messed up a little bit. I actually had a bout where I had to go to the hospital. It was so bad, but I've had something in the past called C. diff. I think it was just that flaring up. That was kind of an interesting ambulance ride to the hospital. You can check that video at the end of this too, about how much it cost us, how hard it was to get an ambulance at 3 in the morning, and what the hospital, Bangkok hospital here in Phuket, was like. But other than that, we really haven't had any major issues. We just use a Brita filter to filter our water, and then we boil it. When we get into our new condo, we are actually going to use a water service that will have a big dispenser. So we'll have 5 gallon or 6 liter or whatever they are jugs of water, and so it shouldn't be an issue at all anymore.
Number 5, COVID restrictions. As of this recording, COVID cases in Thailand are coming down, and they're slowly easing restrictions. We're just a bit worried that any uptick in numbers or an outbreak of something else, like monkeypox, could spook the Thai government and they might start locking down the country again. If that happens...
Okay, COVID restrictions. They've actually done away with all the restrictions here. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to show that you've been vaccinated to get into the country. You don't have to be tested to get in. There are some countries around us that are starting to, you have to be tested to go there, like China and India, and they actually tried to reinstate it here, but it only lasted about a week, and they had so many people screaming and holler about it that they decided to do away with that. So it's back to no COVID restrictions. A lot of Thai people still wear masks inside or outside, but there are a lot of the foreigners here who do not. Usually we don't unless we're going into a grocery store or somewhere where there's just a ton of people around, and then we'll put one on. But other than that, no COVID restrictions. Okay, everybody, hope that kind of gave you a little update on the 5 things that we were worried about before we got here, and what we really needed to worry about and what we didn't now that we've actually been here for 7 months. So we are headed back to the States in just a couple of months to check on family and to do a couple of things, and then we will be back. So we'll be headed to our new condo on Cape Panwa, and we'll be showing you some videos about how we bought it and how we did the renovation and things to look out for when you're trying to do that here in Thailand. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please like this video, hit the subscribe button and bell icon, and do all that good stuff that helps our channel grow. Thanks so much for watching.